again. All right, teammates. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to kick training off. I'm recording tonight. Man, are you all excited? Yeah, are you all excited? All right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, fantastic. I am recording this whole deal, and so I'll be able to upload this to the YouTube channel. But man, we're fired up, man. We are fired up. And so what I'm gonna do is let's talk about what we've been talking about over these past few weeks. I know we took a week off in there and stuff like that, and stuff. And so, but what I want to share is before I really touch on our training piece is coming next week, guys. Oh my goodness. I know we got Recognition Tuesday, but next Tuesday is also the official kickoff of our Summer of Separation season, right? Got a big rollout that we're going to do with that next Tuesday. Family, you do not want to miss this. You want to be present for this. You want to have your teammates present for it. Man, we want to pack this deal out. You don't want to miss the Summer of Separation season rollout coming next Tuesday. I'm super excited about it. I got some lofty goals that I'm looking to accomplish personally over these next 90 days starting next Tuesday, right? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to step into the Success Dojo, right? This is where we show up on Tuesdays to get better, right? To get better. And this is where we sharpen our skills. This is where, you know, we fail forward, whatever you want to call it, man. We grow in the Success Dojo, right? And this is the commitment that I want us all to come together collectively and buy into. This is the vision that I have for this group and for those who are coming that'll be added to this group, right? You know, we're going to be the most skilled team. This is going to be the most skilled team that we've ever assembled in our hierarchy's history. This is going to be the most disciplined team, right? You know, we're going to do what we say we're going to do when we're going to do it, and we're going to execute and get results, right? This is going to be a disciplined team, right? And then this is going to be a profitable team. Yes, profit meaning you're making money. You know, you're seeing the fruits of your labor and you're excited about it, right? This is going to be the most profitable team. We want to have some of the highest income earners that we've ever had in the hierarchy below the level of RVP, right? We want people making not only hundreds of dollars a month, man, we want people making thousands, not just 1,000, but thousands of dollars a month. You know, this is going to be the most profitable team that we've assembled. And then, of course, family, this is going to be the most cohesive team that we've assembled. This is going to be a team that, man, we love one another. We share the same passion. We share the same vision. We share the same, you know, just level of focus and what we're trying to do and the commitment that we have to impact our community. We got to be together on that. We got to be together on that. And so this is going to be the most cohesive team that we've ever assembled. And we understand that a lot of this stuff starts with leadership. We understand that. And so Rahim and I, we are up to the challenge. We're up to the charge of doing all of those things personally. I promise you, teammates, we're not going to ask you to do anything that we won't do ourselves. I promise you, in all statistical categories, you can count on me. Man, I'm going to be probably leading from the front. I'm going to be right up there, you know, in the mix of leading from the front in all statistical categories. You know, I'm telling you, I'm not playing this Summer of Separation season. You know, we don't have a lot of excursions planned. There's not a lot of things that I'm juggling and all kind of stuff, man. We are locked in, loaded, focused. I got my flyers. I got my cards coming. I got my purpose. I'm putting my WHAM partner together. See, y'all ain't even ready, man. Nick, what's a WHAM partner? My weekly accountability meeting. I'm putting all of that stuff in place for me personally, right? I'm putting all of these things in place because it's that serious, man. We're going to move the needle. We're going to move the needle these next 90 days. And if you can't with it, if you can't feel that, you might want to put a mirror under your face to see whether or not you're breathing. Man, are you alive in this business, right? If you're not, it's time to come alive in this business. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I know the first half of the year, it's kind of went by like a whirlwind. But I'm telling you right now, we're going to squeeze every morsel out of this second half of the year. And I want you to get ready for that. I want you to get ready. And so the Success Dojo is going to be alive and well. But here's the thing, guys. This summer on the Tuesday trainings, I kind of thought about it. I said, hey man, we're going to be the most skilled, the most disciplined, the most profitable, the most cohesive team, and this, that, and the other. But I'll tell you what, man, you know, a lot of these things, the skill and all of that, that's not just a thing that I have to force on you. It shouldn't be that. Man, it's going to require a lot of work on your part. It's going to require a lot of work on your part. So this is what I'm going to do, man. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, Erica. But this is what I'm going to do is that, man, it's going to be some sessions outside of Tuesday. I'm going ahead and I'm foreshadowing some things that we're going to do some things outside of Tuesday for those who want to get better. For those who want to get better. Look, we'll save Tuesday for, man, we'll talk about concepts and we'll sell the dream, we'll sell the crusade and all that type of stuff. So that way, when you get new people on, they don't get inundated with the technical parts of the business and stuff like that. We'll talk some technical, but we won't just wear them out with all the, but look, there will be opportunities, plenty of opportunities for those who do want to get better. And they do want to say, hey, man, I need to get this piece of the system right. I know the winning presentation, the how to close business. There's going to be some opportunities to where you can work directly with me, right? Directly with me to hone that skill and to get better. That's going to be happening this summer. And I just encourage anybody that wants to do it. It's a volunteer thing to tap into it and to plug into it. And we're going to make sure that you become not only competent and confident, but man, you're going to be fierce and ferocious at it. You're going to be fierce and you're going to be ferocious at it. All right. And so that's what the Success Dojo is going to be about. It's going to extend beyond Tuesday to help us become the most skilled, most disciplined, most profitable, and most cohesive team ever assembled in our hierarchy. Right. And so just to kind of, get us started in some areas, we've been talking about mastering the winning presentation. We spent weeks on the warm-up and making sure that people understood the purpose of the warm-up, how to do an effective warm-up, and all that good stuff. And I had an opportunity to see a teammate or two do a presentation and stuff like that. You guys are really getting good. We've had a chance to have some people just practice, drill, rehearse. Big shout out to you guys on Tuesday. You practice, drill, rehearse that thing, and it's obvious that you all are, memorizing it and all that good stuff, and just indoctrinating it into your thinking and your process. Continue to do that. Well, tonight, what we're going to do is I want to touch on just a few things when it comes to the who we are, what we do, getting commitments, because that's really the essence of the first appointment. You do the warm up to set the table, to set the tone for the appointment, but the main meat, the entree of the winning presentation is the who we are, what we do, and getting commitments. The warm up is the appetizer. This is the entree, and pretty much the dessert as well, right? Who we are, what we do, getting commitments, right? And so what I want to share with you guys is that the who we are, what we do presentation, and really just the presentation, it's 9 slides. It's really 10, but we kind of throw an extra slide in there just for effect. When I talk about the get down number, but it's really 9 slides that we rocking with in the presentation. And so if you are not sure, family, this is what your presentation should have in it, and this is what it should look like. If your presentation does not have these parts and pieces, you need to put them back in your presentation. If your presentation has more than what I'm about to show you, you need to take it out of your presentation. I'm going to repeat that. Let me stop sharing. If your presentation does not have these parts and pieces that I'm about to show you, you need to put it in there. If your presentation has more than what I'm about to show you, family, you need to take it out of your presentation. Because I know, listen, sometimes presentations can morph. Sometimes presentations are dated. You might have the version that I sent out in 2017. You just never upgraded your presentation. You just never got with it. You were waiting on me to send you a new copy presentation. I appreciate that. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys what the pages should look like. Now they're going to be, they're going to all fit on this screen. So don't expect them to be huge, right? But I got it all separated out in some later slides, right? But just so I can fit them all on this slide. This is what the first three slides should look like, right? So you have the slide that talks about Primerica. Hey, been in business since 1977, over 5.5 million life insurance clients, approximately 2.6 million investment clients, largest independent financial marketing company in North America with over 131,000 licensed representatives. It's on the New York Stock Exchange, ticker symbol is PRI. Named one of America's 50 most trustworthy financial companies in 2015, and then just last year, Forbes magazine named us as one of America's top life insurance companies. That's what your first slide of the who we are, what we do. It should look like this. Second slide is the mission. Our mission is to help families earn more income, become property protected, debt-free, and financially independent. If your presentation has something else in there as a second slide, take it out. This should be the second slide. Then the third slide is the 3-strategy approach to create generational wealth: investments, life insurance, entrepreneurship. Don't put entrepreneurship first. If you switch it around and did some different things with it, put it back. Put it back. This is how it should look, right? So these are the first 3 slides of the presentation. And then the next 3 slides, you have the strategic partnerships that we hold in Primerica, right? This is the updated slide. It has a lot of the different strategic partnerships on there and all that good stuff. And then after the strategic partnership slide, there's the 2 major financial risks that we all have to manage. Not the 2 major risks. Notice the slide says the 2 major. In life, there are 2 major financial risks that we all have to manage. That's what your slide should say. If it doesn't say that, you need to update it. Dying too soon, living too long, all that good stuff. Then we talk about the rule of 72. The dollar amounts on the rule of 72 are $1,000, not 10,000, right? $1,000 each, showing how that money grows with the rule of 72 at 3%, 6%, and 12%. And then the next 3 slides. The next 3 slides, we talk about the investment phases. Now, this is where the investment phases slide, it's actually a 2-slide deal. It's the same slide, but we throw that whole get down number replacing fin number in there for effect. I didn't want to put that slide in there twice, so y'all get the picture, you know. So the investment phases slide, that's a slide that you should have in your deal. Then it talks about, do you know your fin number? Then we cross it out. We call it the get down number, all that good stuff. So that's in there. And then you got the theory of decreasing responsibility. That's a slide that talks about life insurance and all that good stuff. And then you have people don't plan to fail. They just simply fail to plan. This is where we start to wrap things up to where we talk about, hey, this is what we do. This is our solution. It is a financial needs analysis, what we refer to as a wealth builder. But we talk about the wealth builder, and then we give them that question at the bottom. We ask them that, hey, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate your desire to be properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent? They say 10, great. And then from there, we go ahead and get the commitment. We get the commitment for them to do a second appointment and also commit to giving us referrals, right? That's the presentation. These 9 slides is what your presentation should have. And these 9 slides is what your presentation should look like. All right. Give me a thumbs up if everybody's with me. Thumb me up. Everybody's with me. All right. Fantastic. Right. 9 slides to your presentation. All right. With that, let's talk about some keys that you need to remember. And it's not a lot of them, guys. It's not a long laundry list. These are just some keys to remember when you're doing the who we are, what we do, getting commitment part of the presentation. Number 1, your presentation should really only take 30 minutes. Max should take 30 minutes, and that's including the warm-up. Your presentation should only take 30 minutes. Family, if your presentation is taking 45 minutes to an hour on a first appointment, I just got to ask you, what are you talking about? What's going on? You're being way too verbose. You're elaborating. You're taking off on too many points. Listen, remember, you're not trying to make a sale on the first appointment. You don't have to shove everything down the client's throat. You're not in the convincing business. Trust me, if your presentation is taking 45 minutes an hour, consistently. Now, here's the deal. There's always exceptions where you might just get somebody that they got a bunch of questions. Y'all get what I'm talking about. Might be that type of person. But still, Erica, man, I'm laying in that plane. I'm not going to let them just stick their fangs in my neck and just drain my time. Like, don't let them do that, man. Clients got fangs, man. Well, you know what I'm talking about, man. You know, you get a little bit too close to the computer, they gonna get at you. And they gonna like just latch on, and they can they just drain you of your time. Don't do that. If you're doing that and your appointments are taking longer than 30 minutes, I mean, I submit to your family, you are working too hard. You are working too hard. My presentations take 30 minutes because when I do presentations, when I tell people and I'm scheduling the appointment, Sean, I tell them it's going to take only 30 minutes. So if I'm telling them it's going to take 30 minutes, then I'm taking an hour at a time. When I try to schedule a follow-up meeting and I say, well, they ask me, well, how long is that going to take? And I say, well, it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour. They're going to say, oh, well, then that's really going to take 2 hours. I don't want them thinking that. And you wonder why people, they schedule no follow-up appointment with you, or they're not showing back up because you just killed them for an hour and a half on the first appointment. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. 30 minutes. You tell them 30 minutes, you're done in 30 minutes. I go to 35 minutes. They're not going trip over that, but you get what I'm saying. 30 minutes. I tell people, I said, hey, look, and we're done in 30 minutes, man. And they're like, yep, you sure are, Nick, man. You said it was going to be 30 minutes. Sometimes I might hit it at 25. It depends on how we're flowing and how we're floating. This is even on field training appointments. So some of y'all like, well, Nick, what if it's a field training appointment? I know you take longer than 30 minutes on field training. You can ask anybody I've done appointments with. When we do our first appointments, even field training appointments, and all the talk that the recruit does, and them telling their why, 30 minutes, guys. That's what it is. 30 minutes. I promise you, if you can get your first time presentation to 30 minutes, man, your closing ratio and your ability to get to that second appointment, it'll tick up. It'll tick up. 30 minutes. That's what it should be taking on a first appointment. Now, hold on. Let me say this. If your presentation's taking like 10, 15 minutes, you're going too fast. I'm serious, man. I've been with somebody, I'll be like, wow, hold on a second. They can't hear. You ain't asking, no, you ain't blinking an eye. You just running through. Like, don't run through it too quick. You want to make it a conversation now, not just a presentation. If you end it in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you might be going a little too fast, right? So I just want to throw that out there too. There is a such thing as moving too fast as well, all right? So 30 minutes, that's a good amount of time. You keep somebody's attention on Zoom for 30 minutes, right? Including the warm-up, especially if you're making it a really good conversation. The next thing that I want to talk about is, guys, have fun during the presentation. Have fun, smile, laugh, crack some jokes, you know what I'm saying? Now stay on message, stay on track, but have fun during your presentation. That's what it's supposed to be. You want to give that client an experience where they say, thank you. That was like where they walk away and they say, man, that was good. Thank you. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too heavy. You kept it light. You kept it entertaining. You kept it fun. Have fun during your presentation, teammate. Please do, right? Because you'll attract more people that way if they see that you're visibly having fun doing this, especially for those folks that you might want to recruit on the backside. Look like you're having fun. Really have fun. Don't just look like it. Really have fun. All right. Another thing, I know that this is basic stuff, but sometimes we can forget because we get so caught up in, I want to make sure that I'm saying the right things when I'm supposed to say it. Make sure that you are using the prospect's name throughout the presentation, right? If I'm presenting to Shadrika, I need to be saying her name. Hey, Shadrika, check this out. Shadrika, have you ever heard the rule of 72? Oh man, that's awesome, Shadrika. Like I'm asking, like, because the sweetest sound to most is the sound of their name. Is the sound of their name if it's being used in a pleasant way, right? And for a lot of people, for a lot of us, we're doing presentations with folks that we may not know. They may be a referral. They may be somebody that we probably prospected when we were out and about. We may be doing field training appointments where we're in a new recruit's market. So we don't know these people, and these people don't know us from Adam's house cat. And they don't know us. But when we start using a person's name, right? When we start using a person's name, it makes it good and it makes it more personable, right? Now, I want to challenge you. If you're doing an appointment with somebody that you don't know, you want to put your name on your Zoom handle. So when your video gets displayed, that it says your name, because you want them to see and to know your name as well. Can y'all feel that? See, I have SVP Nicholas Bracy on my handle, right? You know, that's what I have. And you want to make sure that people see your name, right? And so that's just a little tip. That's a little tip, right? And so use the person's name throughout the presentation. And then another thing, guys, check this out. Remember, you are the expert. You are the expert. I know you might run across somebody that got an engineering background or a finance background, or, you know, their brother-in-law used to do insurance, or they themselves claim that, you know, they've gone to a couple of Dave Ramsey workshops and things like that. They've read a couple of books and, you know, by Robert Kiyosaki and all kind of stuff. And these folks might think that they know a little bit. Please, let me tell you something. We appreciate educated clients. I believe the best client is the most educated client, but can we also agree, family, that most people have been misinformed? They've been misinformed, or they're just misunderstanding some of the things that they've been given. Everybody's an expert because they've seen a video or two on social media, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or YouTube and all that type of stuff. Listen, I'm telling you now, you are expert. The expert. The things that we show people in our presentation, 90% of the folks have not seen it before. They've never seen it. And hey, this is how they do you, Erica. Every now and then you'd be like, hey, because I always ask people, hey, have you ever heard of the Rule of 72 before? And someone will be trying to front. Yeah, you ain't heard of it ever. I don't call them out. I'm just giving y'all a tip. Most people have never heard of the Rule of 72. They ain't heard of it. If you say, well, great, don't do this, but if you just want to be funny, great. What do you remember about it? Ask them, what do you remember about it? Yeah, I mean, it was so long ago. Yeah, go ahead, explain it. Go ahead and explain it. I mean, I think, yeah, you probably need to go and just share it again. Give me a refresh. Yeah, ain't never heard of it. Telling you guys, you're the expert. And so I'm saying that because you need to act like the expert. Don't let any client handle you and have you all over here having you thinking and questioning what you're talking about, whether or not it's the best thing for families and individuals and stuff like that. And these folks, you know, work a full-time job and do part-time Uber, and they posture like they're more of a financial expert than you. Come on, somebody. Don't do that to yourself. Notice I didn't say don't let them do that to you. You don't do that to yourself. You are the expert. Don't let anybody tell you anything about Primerica. Oh yeah, man, Primerica, they went bankrupt like about 10 years ago. Like, y'all, don't do that. I've been on appointments with people who say things like that. I'd be like, where'd you get that information? Who told you that? That's not true. That's not true. I'm just saying, it'll probably never happen. But if you ever have somebody that's trying to get in there, blah, 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 you listen to my words. Nick said, I'm the expert, because you are. You are. You've sat in on these trainings. You've went and gone, you've gone and gotten licensed. You have access to this information. All these resources, these tools. You're the expert. You are. So I want you to stand in that power, and I want you to stand in that skill set and that exposure to the information. And I want you to be a person that wields it with confidence and humility, but confidence and humility, and be a servant to the community, and be a strong servant and a crusader of this message. Can I get an amen on that? You ain't got to come on mute, but just give me an amen on that. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yes, you are the expert, because that's my biggest pet peeve, you all. That's my biggest pet peeve, is when I have somebody say, well, Nick, can you help me with this? And now let me put it in context. I don't mind helping anybody. Let me go ahead and preface it by saying I don't mind helping anybody. But what gets me is when I have to help somebody because somebody that they're working with and dealing with is trying to challenge them or say that they don't want to do something. Then when I come on, they lay down like a puppy dog. I don't even have to say much. And they be like, Nick, they didn't give you no objections. You know why? Because I look like I don't take none. And I talk like it. I don't take no objections. And when I talk, you're going to listen. And if you don't, then we don't need to do business. And I'm okay with that, because I know that my recommendations and my truth is the truth that you need to follow when it comes to this, right? I ain't gonna have somebody tell me that whole life or index universal life is better than term or anything like that, or term ain't good for me and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. I don't want to do, now you got an insurance need, but you don't want to do the insurance. You just want to do the investments, but you have a real insurance need. But you don't want to do the insurance. You just want to do the investments. Man, something wrong there. No, man. No, like we gonna put the full plan together. Not because you saying that you don't want to, you just don't feel like doing this shit. No, let's go. We gonna do all of it. But that's us. That's us. We have to be the experts, and that's how we have to present ourselves. I just want to give you guys that encouragement. Be the expert. Be the expert. And if somebody says, they won't tell you that they don't want to do the investments. I mean, they don't want to do the life insurance. They'll ask you. Now, that's how you know that you're in the expert seat. Hey, do I have to do the insurance as well? If somebody's asking you, they are looking at you as the expert. But if somebody's telling you, Nick, I ain't going to do the insurance, I'm just going to do the investments, that means that they don't look at you as the expert. They think that their own understanding and thinking is superior than yours. People might ask me, hey, do I have to do the life insurance and the investments? And I'll say, you should. Yes, absolutely. There's no reason why you shouldn't, because you have a real need there. Let me explain why, blah, blah, blah. Nick, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. I get it. Okay, cool. And that's it. It's a wrap. It's over. That's it. But if they're telling you, that means that there's a disconnect there. And that's what we want to shore up. We want to make sure that in every arena, you are posturing yourself as the expert. I know I beat that horse still, but I just want to get that out. All right. Remember, you're the expert. Also, key to remember, please get the commitments. Get the commitments. When you do the who we are, what we do, get commitments. What commitments are you getting? You're getting commitment for a second appointment, right? To do their wealth builder. And you're getting a commitment for them to give you referrals. For them to give you referrals. Those are the two commitments that you are getting when you do the who we are, what we do. That's why we call it and getting commitments. Who we are, what we do, getting commitments. None of this is worth a hill of beans if we are not getting commitments, guys. That's the business that we're in. We are in a commitment getting business, right? That's what we're in. All right. So those are the keys to remember. Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? Please ask. Please make. Any questions or comments?
Hey, I'll just make a comment.
Go for it, Tam.
When you say you're the expert, because I was gonna type it in the chat. As long as you say anything with confidence, you'll be amazed at what people will believe. You just say it with confidence as though it's a factual information. They're like, oh, okay. I've been doing teaching for 20 years, and they believe I could tell them that the moon is gonna be purple tonight. Just watch it. They believe it. And with a straight face, confidence, people will believe it. And then come back tomorrow and say, Miss Jackson, it wasn't purple. Well, you didn't look at it from the left, did you? So Just a little tidbit.
That's good, man. That's good. But she said something in there. Say it with boldness and confidence. That's what this is about. If you sounding shaky and you sounding unsure, you open yourself up for people to question what it is that you're saying. And I'm telling you guys, we are telling the truth. We're not over here trying to convince people that the moon gonna be purple tonight when we know it ain't. We ain't trying to convince people that buy term and invest differences is the best thing, but it's really not. No, like the things that we're talking about will save people's financial lives. Yes, you need a Roth IRA. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, yeah, save and invest some money. Yes, you need some life insurance to properly insure yourself. Yes, you need some type of an understanding of what your financial independence number is. You need a plan. You need a strategy for your retirement, right? If you're ready to retire, you need all of these things. We bring truth in light where there is darkness. And so you can be confident in the things that you're saying because you know that it's true. And you've been around long enough to see example after example after example of what we do and how we do it. Whether you yourself has done it or you know somebody that's close to you or somebody that's not close to you, that the examples is there. So you can be bold and you can be confident. Any other comments or questions? Well, thank you for that, Tam. All right, now what I want to do is I want to do
I
something.
want to say one thing.
Yes, go ahead, Frida.
It is so true because I'm here in the Baton Rouge market, and how you were saying that some people, they hear certain things in it may have been 20 years ago. They still want to bring it up, but they can't tell you where they got it from. So now I'm going, that's not true. Who told you that? Where did that come from? Well, I've got somebody else. I'm with another team that's really making it happen. So you are so right. You've got to be confident, especially what you're selling, and just being confident. You are truly, truly believing in what you're doing, and it's truly going to help families.
Fantastic. That's it. That's it. Frida, can I ask you a question? Are those some records? Are those albums behind you? Or those books? What are those? Or magazines? What are those behind you?
Those are actually my husband's albums.
Come on, man. Hey, I need to come to your house. And
he's been collecting them. He's been collecting them since he was, I think he told me 18.
Yeah, I know a record collection when I see one. I was like, that caught my eye. I was like, man, that looked like some records back there, man. My parents used to have something like that.
Yeah, he's got some 45s as well.
Okay, yeah.
I know some of y'all young people don't know what a 45 is, but yeah, he's got some 45s as well.
Yeah, for the 45 she's talking about is the real weapon. It's a real weapon.
Yeah, the little small ones are the 45s.
Yes, man, the small deals.
These are 33s, yeah.
Got some 33s.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, these are the 33s, yep.
Those are so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Man, I just love flipping through old records. Man, that just brings me back. That's good.
And they sound so good when you put them to tape. I'm just telling you. And like that sound, that scratching sound. Yeah.
You drop that needle on it. Oh no, that music hit you, man. It's so good. All right, I'm sorry, I got distracted, y'all. I got distracted. That was good. All right. Any other questions or comments? Any. All right, cool. Well, this is what we're gonna do now, guys. What I want to do is I want to take a moment to role play with somebody where I'm gonna present. I'm gonna do the warm up and I'm gonna do the who we are, what we do, and I want to do it for training, right? And so now let me say this, guys, I do this, day in and day out. I can do this in my sleep. I do it with no script. I know it backwards, forward, sideways, all that good stuff. I'm going to do it and I'm going to pretty much follow the transcript. It might not be verbatim and stuff like that, but it'll be close enough. And that's really what I'm asking for from you guys. It doesn't have to be, if you're having to read the deal like that, that's fine. But at some point you gotta memorize it, internalize it, and personalize it. Are y'all with me to where you ain't far off the reservation, but you hitting the nail on the head. You hitting all the points. You're not missing anything. Y'all with me? Like that's what I'm looking for from you. right? And so I get real strict about, hey, follow the script, because I don't want you to veer too far off the reservation, miss this, miss that. I hit all the points. I don't necessarily do everything verbatim, but I want to role play with you guys just to show you, hey, what my presentation looks like. Now, this is not to impress you, right? I don't want to have the best presentation in the base shop. I used to. When I was young and immature in the business, I got the best presentation. I don't want to have the best presentation. I want to teach somebody who knows how to teach somebody to have the best presentation in the hierarchy. Are y'all with me? I'm at that point now. What I want to show you is that how simple, but how effective my presentation is and how I flow through it. And it literally takes 20, 30 minutes to do. And I want people to look at the end of my presentation and be like, is that it? Is that all that it is? That's all you do? That's what it is? That's how it should be, but it should still be effective. Are y'all with me? So I need a volunteer. Erica, are you able to roll with me? Okay, all right. I'm gonna present to Erica. Erica, let's say that you are a referral. Let's say that Mike Johnson, who's my client, he referred you. You're a friend of Mike. You are, okay? And we are going to go through the presentation and all that good stuff. Are you with me, my sister?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so lights, camera, action. Hey, Erica, how you doing, my sister?
Hi, Nick. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you for being able to take some time out to meet with me. Mike has become a really good friend of mine, just like I told you on the phone when I scheduled this meeting with you. And what he did, you know, after I helped him out, he was so excited about the information. He referred a few people to me. Of course, your name was one of the people that he referred. And so that's why I was so excited to reach out to you to schedule this meeting so I can share some of the same concepts that I shared with him that he was excited about and took advantage of. I can share them with you. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
All right, awesome. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share a little bit of information with you. And I want you to know that this is not going to be a waste of your time. This is going to be an investment of your time, because whenever you invest, you're looking to get a net positive return. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some information on how we're impacting families in the community. But when I share this information, Erica, I want you to look at it two different ways. I want you to first ask yourself the question, can you personally benefit from what it is that we do for families? Because if you can, I would love to interview to be the person that can help you in those areas. So that's the first way I want you to look at it. The second way I want you to look at it, I want you to ask yourself the question, who else do you know that can personally benefit from getting this information? Because the way that our business model works, we don't cold call, we don't knock on strangers' doors. We find that referrals from credible people, that's the best way for us to connect, similar to how I got in touch with you through Mike. And so worst case scenario, hopefully you feel comfortable enough at least being a referral source for me. Does that sound okay?
Sounds fair.
Okay, awesome. Well, Mike told me a little bit about you, but I just want to kind of get to know you a little bit better. Are you from Houston, or where are you from?
Yes, I actually am. Born and
from
raised.
Houston. All right, good stuff. All right, fantastic. What kind of work do you do?
Right now I work for the state for people who have intellectual disabilities.
Oh man, you're doing God's work. Okay. How long have you been doing that?
Actually, I'm gonna say in this field of work, probably about 15 years or so.
15 years. Erica, you probably somebody supervise. How many folks you supervising over there?
None, and I'm glad about it. I used to, but I don't any longer. I am happy that I don't have to supervise nobody.
All right, I got
just
you.
me, just me.
All right, but I know you could if you had to. You've been in the field for 15 years. You must be very good at what you do.
Yes, I am. I'm a lead, but I'm not a supervisor nobody. So yeah.
There it is, man. You don't need them headaches. I got you.
No.
All right, perfect. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you a little bit about our company. I'm gonna jump straight into it. Erica, have you ever heard of a company called Primerica before?
No, I actually have not.
Okay, all right, well, this is gonna be good. Let me tell you a little bit about the company. I'm gonna share my screen with you, and let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it.
Okay, all right, perfect. Let me tell you a little bit about Primerica. Primerica, we are a financial services company. We've been in business since 1977, so we're not some fly-by-night company that came around the corner yesterday. We got over 45 plus years in business. Now, we've helped over 5.5 million life insurance clients. We got approximately about 2.6 million investment clients. But the unique thing about that, Eric, is that we did it with no advertising, just straight word of mouth, right? So what that means is that when we met with people and we helped them build a financial house from scratch, they said, hey, man, you need to go talk to my brother, my sister, my best friend. And that's how we've been able to be successful doing business for the past 45 plus years. I always like to ask this question. If we've been around for that long and we've helped that many people, no advertising, just straight word of mouth, is it probably safe to say we're doing something right?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, we are, right? And a lot of people don't know this, Erica. Primerica, we are the largest independent financial service marketing company in North America. We have over 131,000 licensed representatives in our company. That makes us the company that has the most licensed reps. No other company has more than what we have. We're also a publicly traded company. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Our ticker symbol is PRI. Matter of fact, this image that you see on your screen is when we draped our banner across Wall Street back in 2015. And in that same year, Forbes magazine, they named us as one of America's 50 most trustworthy financial companies. And then just last year, Forbes also named us as one of America's top life insurance companies. Now, Erica, this just speaks to our credibility because we feel that we're the biggest and the best. But it's not because of our company's size. It's really our company's mission that sets us apart. Our mission as a company is we want to help families earn more income, become property protected, debt-free, and financially independent. Now, let me park right there. Erica, who do you know that would love to be financially independent?
Me.
I know that's right. Right. I hear that a lot. Everybody says me, right? And it should be you, right?
Right.
But you and probably everybody else that you know and beyond, right? We can agree that everybody is financially independent. Yes. Here's the problem though, my sister. Most people are not financially independent and they don't know how to get there, right? So what we do at Primerica, Eric, is that we help people bridge that gap. But the approach we take is not a sales approach. It's really an educational approach. And so let me talk to you about the 3 strategies that we use to help people create what we call generational wealth. Now, Erica, when you hear those words, generational wealth, what do you think about? What comes to your mind?
I really think of like passing things on, you know, for not my kids, but my kids' kids and theirs after. I think of like large companies like, you know, Walmarts and Hiltons and things like that, where they, you know, the people who built it are no longer here, but their families are still enjoying the fruits of their labor.
I love it. I love it. Being able to transition wealth that outlives you. That's it. You just hit the nail on the head. And I agree with you. To me, I think that encompasses generational wealth as well. Well, guess what? At Primerica, we have a recipe, a 3-strategy approach to help you accomplish just that. The first strategy is through investments. What we do is we educate people on how and where to invest their money and how to tap into the power of compound interest. And we educate people on how the rate of return is extremely important and very key when it comes to their money. We demystify things like, how does your 401k work? What is a Roth IRA and how can it benefit you? So that's our first strategy, is through investments. The second strategy is life insurance. Now, Erica, this is the foundation of every financial house. It should be the foundation. And we believe that people should have a big life insurance policy. Why? Because life insurance will allow you to purchase an immediate estate for your family. And a lot of people don't know this, that life insurance is actually tax-free when it gets paid out to the beneficiaries. But here's the problem. There's a lot of people in our community, Erica, either they don't own life insurance at all, or they only own it through their job. And if by chance they do own it outside of the job, most people have been sold on purpose the wrong type of life insurance. I'll talk a little bit about that later. And then the third and final strategy is entrepreneurship. Man, we say, hey, look, you know, we live in the free enterprise system in America, right? Why not tap into the free enterprise system and build your own business, right? Because building your own business is like building a money machine. Eric, imagine if you had a business that would pay you money, whether you got out of bed or not. How does that sound?
It sounds like I need that business.
I know that's right? Because that's freedom, right? And so
Right.
if you take entrepreneurship with life insurance and investments, those three things working together in concert, that's the recipe for creating generational wealth. Do you agree with that?
Okay, yes, I can see that.
Okay, all right, perfect. Well, let me talk about some of the strategic partners that Primerica has to help us execute our vision. These are a lot of the companies that we work with. Take a look at this screen, Erica. Do you see any familiar names that might jump out at you?
Yes,
Okay.
lots of them. Like I have my mortgage through Rocket. I
Okay,
have Vivint.
Yeah.
Yes, so a lot of these names most definitely jump out.
Yeah, and so basically what we do, we're able to bring Wall Street to Main Street. Primerica is a one-stop shop when it comes to financial services, but we're able to provide home delivery, right? And that's the really cool thing. And like you heard me mention earlier, we always take an educational approach. And this is what I want to share with you, Erica. In life, there are actually two major financial risks that we all have to manage. And that's either we're going to die too soon or we're going to live too long. See, dying too soon speaks to the risk that if you were to pass away prematurely, guess what? Your family is going to need some money to take care of all the financial responsibilities that you leave behind. So life insurance is the best defensive strategy to have in order to address that risk, but you need the right kind of life insurance and the right amount. But then you also have the other side of the spectrum, which is living too long. And Erica, that speaks to the risk of outliving your money in retirement. Make no mistake about it. That is the biggest fear that people have as they get close to retirement, is that they're going to run out of money and then they're going to be forced to have to go back to work, or they're going to have to be dependent on the government or family members to take care of them. And nobody wants to be in that position. So having enough money invested, that's the best offensive strategy. So I don't know if you're a sports fan, like if you want to win a championship in sports, you got to play offense and defense. Well, the same thing is true when it comes to your finances. So what we try to do is to provide you a game plan that'll give you peace of mind around both situations. What do you think about that?
I like that.
Absolutely, right? And so let me tell you another thing that we always educate people on. It's something called the Rule of 72. Erica, have you ever heard the Rule of 72 before?
No.
All right, so you're just like me. You're just like me. When before I got involved with this company, I had never heard of the Rule of 72. But what I found out is that the Rule of 72 is the foundational rule of the money game. What it does, it approximates the number of years it'll take for our money to double. We're all born in the money game. We all live in the money game. With the average person, we make 6 to 8 money decisions a day, whether we know it or not. But we ain't never been taught the rules, right? So how can we win a game that we don't know the rules of? Well, that Rule of 72, just like I said, it approximates the number of years it'll take for your money to double. How it works, you take whatever rate of return that you're earning on your money, Erica, divide it into that magic number 72, and that'll give you how many years it takes for your money to double. Let me repeat that. You take whatever interest rate you're earning on your money, divide it into that magic number 72, and that tells you how many years it'll take for your money to double. For example, let's say you had 3 different people and they're going to invest $1,000 each. They're not going to add any new money to it. They're not going to take any money out. They're just going to invest their $1,000 and let it sit and grow. But they're going to invest it in different places. The first person is going to invest in something earning 3%. Second person is going to invest their money in something earning 6%. Third person is going to invest their money in something earning 12%. You still with me?
Still with me.
Okay. So let's look at the 3%. See, 3 goes into 72 24 times. So Erica, that means that it's going to take 24 years for that $1,000 to double to $2,000. Can we both agree that that is a very long time?
Entirely too long.
Way too long. Because you got to start thinking about how many more doubling periods do you have left in your life, right?
Right.
So look at that 12%. See, 12 goes into 72 6 times. That means the money's doubling every 6 years. I know the answer to this question. I'm still going to ask you. Erica, if you had your choice between money growing at 3% or growing at 12%, which one you going to choose?
12 every time.
12% every time, right? As you should. Because guess what? That's not magic. That's just math, right? But here's the problem. Most people don't know where to go get 12%. And that's information that we're able to share with you and other people that want to know the information, because we know that you work hard for your money. Can I go out on a limb and say that you work hard for your money, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Why not have your money in a position where it works harder for you? Doesn't that just make sense?
To me, it does.
Absolutely right. And we want to help you do that. Now, to add to that, there's actually 3 different investment phases that we all travel through, Erica. There's the accumulation phase, there's the protection phase, and then there's the distribution phase. And it's all based on your age, right? So anyone that's between age 18 and 55, we're in the accumulation phase. That's where you need to be aggressively saving and investing your money. Why? Because these are your prime wealth building years. And you can afford to take on a little bit more risk in exchange for a potentially higher return, right? But once you hit about age 55-ish or so, you move into that protection phase. Now, that means that you definitely still need to be investing money, but now you're starting to prepare for retirement. And so you just need to reallocate how your money is invested so it's more conservative, because now what you're trying to do is protect and preserve your principal. But then once you hit about age 60, 62, 65-ish, you move into that distribution phase. And Erica, this is where you looking to retire and live off the money that you accumulated. And I'll be honest with you, my sister, this is where people have a lot of fear and they have a lot of trepidation because they don't know what that distribution phase is going to look like. And they're worried whether or not they're going to run out of money. Well, one of the questions that we help people answer is this question at the bottom. It says, do you know your FIN number? FIN is an acronym for Financial Independence Number. We all have one, Erica. Here's the problem. Most of us have never been shown or told what our financial independence number is. Your financial independence number is the amount of money that you will need to have invested by the age you want to retire to never have to worry about going back to work. Basically, the finish line that you're shooting for. It's the target. We always look in our office and we call it the get down number, right? Because that's what you can get down and get away from the job. You never have to worry about going back to work. And I'm here to tell you, it's impossible for you or anybody else to plan for their retirement, Erica, if you don't know your financial independence number. And that's actually something that I can provide to you for free. How does that sound?
It sounds like I need the number.
Absolutely. I can get it for you, right? So I'm coming down the home stretch. I'm almost done. This is our philosophy when it comes to life insurance. It's called the theory of decreasing responsibility. I don't know if you know this or not, Erica, but right now there's 65 million US adults that currently do not own life insurance. But for those who do own life insurance outside of their job, more than 80% of them have been purposefully sold the wrong type of life insurance. What does that mean? That means that they are paying too much money for their life insurance and they're getting too little value from their life insurance and they don't even know it. Well, we feel this is how life and life insurance should work. So you have these 2 lines. You have this red line, this blue line. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you see this young family, right? It's a husband and wife, and they have a daughter. See, the red line says, hey, this represents their need for life insurance. It says in the early years, this family needs a lot of coverage. Why? Because they got a lot of responsibilities. They got young kids, they got debt, they have a mortgage. So if either one of them were to pass away as breadwinners, their loss of income would be financially devastating to their household, right? Can you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Because look at the blue line on the left side. In the early years, they may not have a lot of money saved up. Why? Because they're still building their nest egg. But check this out. As you go from the left side to the right side, you notice those arrows flip-flop. Now the blue line is on top and the red line's on bottom because this represents retirement. See, it says at retirement, you better have money. I like the way it says that. You better have some money in retirement, right? And look at the man and woman. Now they older, their hair all gray, daughter's gone, right? But guess what? They may not need as much life insurance. Why? Because they have less responsibilities. Kids are grown. That's why she's not in the picture anymore. She's an adult. She's self-sufficient. She's doing her own thing, right? The debt should be lower. And if they have a mortgage, it's either paid or it's almost paid. So we don't need as much life insurance. So this is what we do at Primerica. On the left-hand side of the page, we're able to give this family the coverage that they need, but at a cost that's affordable to them. And at the same time, we're working with them, just like we can work with you on how and where to invest your money. So by the time you do reach retirement, Erica, you can have so much cash, so much money that you're self-insured. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And so how do we do all that? Look, most people don't plan to fail. They just simply fail to plan. Our solution for that is something called a financial needs analysis. We refer to it as a wealth builder. And what the Wealth Builder is, it's a financial plan. It's customized to fit whoever situation we're in front of, whether a person is married, single, kids, no kids. We customize their plan. It's also confidential, right? We don't share anyone's personal business. We value their privacy. But the best part about it, Eric, is that it's complimentary. I always joke and say that ain't nothing but a bougie word for free, right? And if something is free, anybody can take advantage of it. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like a financial GPS. It shows you exactly where you are right now, but what are the steps you need to take to arrive at your desired financial future? Now, I think I know the answer to the question at the bottom of the page. I'm still going to ask it. It says on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, Erica, how would you rate your desire to be properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent?
A 20.
20. I know that's right.
20.
More than a 10, right?
Right.
And so by you answering a 20, that lets me know that you can benefit from getting one of our free wealth builders. Let me explain what that is. It's the equivalent of me taking you through like a 1-page questionnaire. It is not all invasive in your personal business. It's not that. But what it does do, Erica, it identifies a couple of key areas that we know that are probably important to you when it comes to your financial future. The whole process takes about probably maybe an hour or so. I would love an opportunity to be able to meet back with you, schedule a second meeting to do your wealth builder. I want to see if you'd be open to that.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. If I'm gonna get that get down number, yeah, I definitely would.
Absolutely. And that is part of that whole process. So this is what I want to do. Let's go ahead and schedule a follow-up meeting. What does your schedule look like in the next probably 48 to 72 hours? We can get back together for about an hour to do your wealth builder. What is okay? So today's Tuesday. What is Thursday, Friday, or Saturday? Which one of those days might work good for you?
Let's do Friday.
Okay, let's do Friday. You want to do maybe 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock on Friday? What might work for you?
6 o'clock will be there.
Okay, all right, let's do 6 o'clock. All right, I got you down on my calendar. We're saying 6 o'clock on Friday. I'm super excited about it. It might be a couple of things you need to pull together, Erica, in advance of our Friday meeting. Let me ask you this. Do you have any kind of a retirement plan through your job, like a 401k, a 457 plan, or a 403b?
Yes, I actually do.
You do? Okay, great. This is the information that you'll need to know. You'll need to know what is the current balance that's in your retirement plan, and then how much do you contribute per month? Now, does your company match your contributions? Do they do that?
My old company did. My new company does not.
All right, don't worry about it. All right, so just what the current balance is in your retirement plan, and then how much do you contribute per month? Because what that's going to do, that's going to help us paint your retirement picture. Now, do you still have a retirement plan from a previous employer, whether it's the last job you had or any previous job? Do you have an old 401k or anything like that just kind of sitting out there?
Yes.
Okay,
I do.
all right. Do you still get statements or anything like that from them?
Yes.
Okay, all right, perfect. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get the balance that's in your old 401k plan as well, because that's going to help add to your retirement picture. Let me ask you, do you have any kind of IRAs or anything like that? Anything outside of your company sponsored plans?
No, probably just some savings accounts, but not anything retirement wise.
I got you. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You don't even have to worry about the saving stuff. We'll just tackle the retirement thing. So yeah, just have that information, current balance in your 401k plan, what you contribute per month, and then what's the balance in your old 401k plan. And we'll take a look at all of that. Last question I have, Erica, is right now, do you own any personal life insurance outside of your job that you're paying for?
Yes, I actually do.
You do? All right, fantastic. If you don't mind me asking, who do you have your policy through?
I have it through AIG.
AIG. All right, good deal. Have you had it for a while? Roughly about how long have you had it?
Probably about the last 4 years.
Okay, all right, good deal, man. Well, look, you are doing better than most people. You actually have a policy outside of your job. Are you able to put your hands on the policy? Meaning, like, if you needed to get a copy of it, are you able to physically put your hands on it right now?
I have it electronically.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. This is what I want you to do. Is just have that readily available for us to review together. You say you can get access to it electronically. That's an amazing thing, because what I'll be able to do is just kind of take you through your life insurance. to make sure that you have the type of policy that you desire. Because what I've discovered through my evaluation that a lot of times people don't have what they think they have. And it's good for us to go through that exercise to make sure that you have peace of mind in that area. And then, of course, if I can provide you more value for the money that you're spending, I love to be able to interview for that business. Does that sound okay?
That sounds great.
All right, perfect. And just know that I won't make any recommendations if I can't bring more value to what you got already going on. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so we got that. And what I'll probably do is just send you a text message just to summarize the things you need to pull together, not a lot of things. But our only fee for service, Erica, we're going to take you through that process. It's going to be complimentary, but our only fee for service is that if you feel blessed by everything that I shared with you, that hopefully you wouldn't mind helping me create a list of referrals of other people that you feel can benefit from going through the same experience. Because like I said, we don't cold call, we don't knock on strangers' doors. We find that referrals from credible people like yourself is the best way to connect. Do you have any challenge being a good referral source if you like the experience?
Oh, no whatsoever.
Fantastic. All right, well, that'll be the last thing that we talk about on our next meeting, but I'm super excited. I know that you're going to be impressed with the whole experience and us doing your wealth builder. And I can't wait to meet back with you on Friday. All right. If anything changes, let me know, but I'll be in touch just to communicate and confirm. Okay.
Okay. No problem.
All right, Erica, you take care. Be blessed.
Thank you too.
All right. Take care. And guys, that's my appointment. And how long did that take?
25 minutes.
25 minutes. I'm telling you right now, that is how I run my appointments. That right there. And you know what Erica said at the end, all of that, that's exactly how my appointments land. Mike is my witness. Tam is my witness. Felicia as my witness. That's exactly how I run my appointments, and they take from 25 to 30 minutes. The other 5 minutes might just be us clowning, especially if I'm field training the field. I might say, hey, tell them your why. And that might be the other 2-3 minutes of us talking and stuff like that through that. But 30 minutes, that deal is over. That's how your appointment should be. And I got the commitment for the second appointment, and I got the commitment from the client to give me referrals. That's what it is, right? Thank you, Erica, for that. Thank you for Erica.
You're welcome.
Sean, I see you got your hand raised. Talk to me. Give me some.
Yeah, just a quick one. Thank you so much for that, Nick. As always, you are ice water cold. Could you please repeat the referral portion of the script?
Yep, I say, hey, listen. Last thing. Our only fee for service for taking you through this wealth builder process is creating a short list of referrals for us. Because remember I said, hey, the way that our business model works, we don't cold call, we don't knock on strangers' doors. We find that referrals from a credible person is the best way for us to connect. So if you like the experience that we take you through, do you have any problem being a referral source for me? And they'll say no. I say, great. Well, that'll be the last thing that we talk about once we go through your wealth builder. Fair enough. And they'll be like, yeah, that's cool. All right, great. And that's it. So what I've done when it comes to referrals, y'all have heard me say this before, and Sean, you probably remember this. You only get what you negotiate on the front end. You only get what you negotiate on the front end. I just negotiated referrals on the front end. I got the commitment for them to give me referrals, or for Erica to give me referrals right then and there. So when I take her through the wealth builder, she does business with me and all that type of stuff. When I bring the subject of referrals back up, she ain't gonna be like, oh, whoa, hold on a second. I don't really know nobody. Now, let me say this. You might have some knucklehead that does that. And I don't mean to call people names, but at that point, they look. But I don't have a lot of people that won't at least give me one referral. And I'm not so big on quantity, right? I'm cool with the 4, 5, 6, 3, anywhere from 3 to 4 or 5 referrals. I'm cool with that because you're going to get the quantity through the volume of appointments that you're running. Does this make sense? If you got a pipeline of people that you're meeting with and you're doing wealth builders for, you'll collect 4 from this person, Sean, you'll collect 6 from them, 2 from them, and over a period, man, you'll get new contacts. Man, you might hit a jackpot. Somebody say, man, I'm gonna give you, man, they'll knock you down, man, they'll give you like 12, 15 people. And they'll just keep going. Yeah, that's just the luck of the draw. You'll get people that are like that. But most people, psychologically, they'll tap out at around 5. They'll tap out around, after they do 5, they'll be like, that's about all I got. And that's the comment that they're, that's about all I can think of. Because psychologically, they'll just kind of tap out. But that's the deal. But that's how I secure a commitment to get referrals from people. I say, hey, our only fee for service is referrals. Do you have any problem giving referrals? And they'll say no. Well, great. That'll be the last thing we talk about once we take you through your wealth builder. And that's how I do it. For sure. Great question. Any other questions or comments, guys? But I wanted to do that so you guys can see, man, that's how I do the presentation. That's how I do it. Now, I get rescheduled on too. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the second appointment, people say they want to meet at Friday. Erica might have to she might get called into work on Friday and we might have to move it. So that happens to me too, right? But I did my job on the first appointment by securing the second appointment a day at a time for that. I ain't gonna know, I'm gonna call you on Thursday and we're gonna figure it out. No, I'm scheduling a day and a time for the second appointment, and I'm getting her to verbally commit to give me referrals. I did my job. That was a winning presentation. It did what it was supposed to do. But now she's a part of the pipeline. She's a part of the pipeline. And now what I got to do is go present to somebody else as a first appointment, Shadrika, and put more people in that pipeline for second appointments. And out of all the people that I get in the pipeline for second appointments, somebody's going to stick and somebody's going to close and give referrals, and I'm going to keep the process going. But guess what? I'm already thinking to myself, man, Erica's a sharp young lady. When I get her on this second appointment, I'm going to be asking more questions about what she's doing, her family, what she's involved with, as I'm taking her through the wealth builder, because I'm going to look to recruit her, because I got a good impression from her on the first appointment. Are y'all with me? That's what I'm doing. I'm already thinking about it. Like, man, I might try to recruit this sister. As long as she don't say that she don't believe in Jesus or something like that, I'm gonna recruit the sister. Y'all get what I'm saying, man? People might say some weird stuff to you on the second appointment, and you be like, Bryce. Yes. Right. But as long as she says she don't believe in Jesus and and all that, or she ain't vote for Trump or something like that, or she voted for Trump, like, as long as she ain't say nothing crazy like that, try to recruit. Y'all get what I'm saying. So, but that's it. But I got this on wax. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. That way you can listen to it, you can watch it, you can hear my transitions as I go from one section to the next, and you can use it as like a baseline tool. But there's nothing fancy about what I did. It's just I'm really familiar with the material, and I go in and out of it, and I can do it all in about 25 minutes. That's it. That's how you want to be. Tight, concise, effective, securing commitments, making it a conversation, having fun, but getting in and out and moving on to the next one. That's how you can do multiple appointments in a night, Mike. That's when you can schedule a 7, a 7:30, a 8, a 8:30. I can schedule 30-minute blocks of my appointments. If they're first-time appointments, I can knock them down. 30-minute blocks, and I can do a lot in the night. That's how you want to be. You can cover more ground that way, guys. That's how you want to be. All right. All right. With that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it over to my partner in life and my partner in business, Ms. Rahima Bracy, to share all of the announcements with you guys. All right. So, Rahim, I kick it over to you.